Hobbs and Shaw to me was trash. Clearly by its one of its lowest openings of any Fast and franchise or Fast and Furious franchise. The movie was trash to me. I don't care about The Rock. I think The Rock is overexposed. He's every fucking where. I'm tired of seeing The Rock. Now, the most important part in this entire movie, okay, you had Brixton, aka Black Superman, versus Statham and whatever the case, Hobbs and Shaw. The most important part in this entire movie that I'm sure a few of you guys caught it but couldn't maybe process it, I'm going to process it for you now. Oh, one point before I get into that. So they said in the movie that Brixton forced Shaw to kill his brother, because y'all remember Luke Evans played his older brother in the previous Fast and Furious, right? So I'm like, what kind of lazy ass writing is that? At what point did he come across Brixton after they beat Cypher, right? Remember, did y'all catch that part? He said, you forced me to kill my own brother. I'm like, wait a minute. Really? When did that happen? When did Shaw come across Brixton? And when did Brixton force Deckard to kill his older brother? That was lazy writing. Lazy. Okay, now let's get into the real shit. All right. Remember third act? They're in Samoa, right? And then The Rock gives his little speech about being a natural man. Now, I'm sure this shit went over most people's heads. Now, listen. You had the dark-skinned, melanated man who was not in his real natural state. He was in an upgraded robotic AI sort of state. And then you had The Rock, the lighter-skinned, the Tamahu mestizo archetype, telling the darker-hued melanin man who's not the real man that he is the natural man. Did anybody catch that shit? Did y'all catch that shit? Because that clear as day to me. So you got the light-skinned, right? The light-skinned dude telling the dark-skinned dude, you're not the natural man, I'm the natural man. And I'm in my natural state. I'm tired of seeing The Rock and his goddamn little Samoan dance Polynesian bullshit. I don't care for that shit. If I see one more movie with this nigga doing that dumbass shit, like, nigga, we get it. You ain't repping the side that you use to get you to where you're at. I get it, right? Okay? The movie was trash. Period. Like, I'd fire stick the shit. This shit was too long. Come on, camera. It was too long. I was dozing off in parts of the movie, right? We got the whole transhumanism thing. You got the Etrion, the cyber terrorist organization. So, like, remember with the last one with Cypher, it was about hacking into the AI and all that extra shit. So now this is when they ranced it up. So then his weak spot, Brixton's weak spot, was in his back. I guess because that's where they opened him up to do the upgrades and shit. I was like, that's just lazy. Hobbs and Shaw trash. Now, let's get into scary stories to tell in the dark. Now, what did I talk about last week? I talked about vengeful spirits. And lo and behold, we have a movie about a vengeful spirit. Man, I'm telling you, I don't make this shit up. I can't make it up. Okay. Scary stories. Now, I had the books when I was younger too, so just like everybody else. But the premise of this movie is the angry spirit was tortured by her own family because the mill the family owned was leaking mercury into the water supply and messing up the kids. And then the vengeful spirit, aka Cerebellos, was trying to tell people, hey, you know, there's mercury in the water, and it's, you know, it's coming from the mill. Of course, the family, that's their money, so of course they're gonna. And then plus she was born with a defect, right? Albinism, achromasia. Okay, so she was already, she had a birth defect, so they locked her in a room, tortured this chick, put her in a psych ward, electroshock therapy, all types of shit. So the light worker, the black woman, god damn it, this phone, okay, the black hoodoo woman and her daughter with her original caretakers, right? They got kicked out the house. They were somehow blamed for Sarah hanging herself in the house, right? But before they did all that, the hoodoo lady, which is Lulu's mother, gave Sarah a book to craft stories in. And then, of course, being the angry person she became, her story, you know, she wrote the stories about all her family members, and they subsequently ended up dying because, you know, she put a hex on them pretty much, right? Okay, so then fast forward, these little kids go into the haunted house, find the book, take Sarah's book out the house. Sarah gets upset, so she starts killing off her friends one by one. Wow, I liked it. Jangly Man was creepy, right? Jangly Man was creepy. The red room, the fat lady that sucked Chuck into her, right? And then the corpse with the big toe thing when she snatched Augie from underneath the bed. And then what was the other story I missed? What was the other story? Harold the Scarecrow, right? And stabbed the bully. And then he started turning into a scarecrow, and they had the stuffing and come out of his mouth and pores and shit. I was like, this is pretty slick. Guillermo del Toro can do no wrong in my eyes. But yes, Vengeful Spirits. Okay, so then to a third act, it's the little Mexican boy, Ramon. He's a draft dodger. This takes place in 1968. He's dodging the draft because his brother came back from Vietnam all dead. Okay, so he's dodging the draft, whatever. So they end up in jail, right, on suspicion of murder, right? And then they break out of jail because the Jangly Man's coming for Ramon, right? And then it's just like Final Destination, almost like you die in sequential order, whatever. They go back to the house, and then the girl, I forget the little girl's name, the glasses, she ends up being the reincarnated flashback for Sarah Bellows. So she ends up becoming Sarah Bellows. And then she goes she's locked into the room, right? And then Ramon in the other dimension is like, yo, tell her the truth. So so the little girl is like, look, yes, you were done wrong, but what you're doing is wrong as well. You went from victim to monster. And then she promised Sarah she would tell her story, the proper version of what really happened to Sarah. And then she said, just let it go, let the rage go. Of course, Sarah lets the rage go and then transcends, and she finds peace. And then the little girl writes her story, and she goes off to college. Ramon decides to take his draft and goes into the Vietnam and shit. So yeah, Vengeful Spirit. Yeah, it was a good movie. It was a good little flick. My daughter didn't want to go see because all of a sudden now she doesn't like scary movies. I'm like, when you stop liking scary movies? She's like, since you took me to go see Poltergeist, the remake, right? The reboot. Go figure. But it was good. It was good. It was smart. And like I said, you know, one week I'm talking about Vengeful Spirits, and here comes another movie about it. Was pretty slick. I liked it. So that was pretty much it. My 2 movie reviews in a nutshell. I'm gonna throw this on a movie review channel because I've been lazy like a motherfucker, not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So let me get into the comments. I'm sorry, Amanda, and hey, Dizane, hey, BMT, what's happening? Eloy, yes. Curly, yes. Yeah. Hobbs and Shaw, fire stick that motherfucker, yo. Fire stick it. Fire stick it. Hobbs and Shaw, trash. Also, did you catch the part where Etienne said the humanity will wipe itself out in 2069? 2069 is the date in that movie that humanity is supposed to wipe itself out. Okay. Yeah, so the whole thing is you got the Tamahu Mestizo versus the original man in his non-natural state, an upgraded state per se. Transhumanism, AI melding, whatever you want to call it. Obviously Brixton was not, whatever. And then the third act, when they're fighting, hey, you give a shot, I'll take a shot. But then they, like I said, the weak spot was in his back, because that's where they opened him up to do his upgrades. And it was this lazy writing, man. And then once Etrian was like, you're not gonna get the job done, and Brixton's like, oh, so that's how it is. And they decommissioned him, and he fell into the water. And then you got this whole spiel with The Rock and big ass Samoans about family, yada yada yada. Yeah, I'm so over The Rock. I'm so over it. I like I said, if I see The Rock do one more goddamn Polynesian dance, nigga, we don't want to hear all that nonsense. Nigga, shut the fuck up. We don't want to hear that shit. We don't want to see y'all do y'all little tribal war dance. We don't want to see it. We tired. Okay, that ain't even our culture any damn way. So who you pushing that shit on? I don't give a fuck about no goddamn shut the fuck up with that bullshit. Take off your goddamn skirt, your little tie-on skirt. We don't care about that shit, right? We don't care about all that. We don't care. Kevin Hart was funny. I'm not gonna front. Kevin Hart was funny in his little. Don't be surprised in the sequel. You're gonna see a triple team of Hobbs, Shaw, and then Kevin Hart's character. I like Kevin Hart in this one. He was funny. I'm sorry, he was funny, and Ryan Reynolds was funny too. I'm not hating, but this movie is fucking trash. Sorry about the sunlight. This movie is trash. I don't give a fuck how much money this movie makes. It's trash. Trash. Don't waste your time to go. Don't do it on the general matinee, or do a matinee if you're gonna do that. Don't do general admission. Lois, what's happening, bro? Marco, hey. Genuine trucker. Don't. The movie was trash, man. BMT, you said something. The Chucky movie. How do you think Chucky gonna do? I mean, if it makes his money back, which I think it has, they'll do a sequel for it. Ike Rice, hey, yeah, this is one of the lowest openings of any Fast and franchise opening for any of the series. I think it's the lowest. This is the lowest since Tokyo Drift, if my numbers serve me correctly. So I'm hoping Fast and Furious 9 does good, just to spite The Rock, because yes, I'm on Tyrese's side. I'm sorry. I'm taking sides. I'm Team Tyrese. They're bringing in John Cena. Okay, say what you want, but I think John Cena will do good in FF9. And shame on The Rock for really trying to hijack the franchise with him and his little issues with Vin Diesel. Listen, Vin Diesel gets paid regardless. Do you understand? Vin Diesel gets paid regardless if he's in the movie or if he's not in the movie. If you do a spinoff, Vin Diesel gets a check. Shout out to Vin Diesel, okay? God damn it. Boom! It's so fucking fired. Shout out to Vin Diesel still getting a check off The Rock's ass. How you like them apples? Now look, Vin is hard to work with. That's old news. That's nothing new. Vin is hard to work with. The Rock is, a consummate professional, whatever, if and egos clash. It's egos at the end of the day. But I'm on Vince's. I'm on Team Vince, Team Tyrese. FF9 is gonna smoke him. It's gonna smoke him when it comes out next year. That's it. I'm not gonna hold you guys. I just want to get that out the way real quick. These two movie reviews. I'll throw them on a movie review channel. And yeah, I'm okay now. I had my little bitch fit. I'm gonna be all right. I'm a G about it. So with that being said, y'all get out of here. Go enjoy the rest of y'all night. I gotta take her cosmic bowling, and then I gotta hit the gym. And yeah. So yeah. The Rock, I don't think The Rock's going to be in FF9. They're bringing in John Cena. That's why they brought him in. That's why Cena's being brought in. I think John Cena is more than capable of filling The Rock's shoes. All right. So, oh, also another case in point against The Rock and his oversaturation. This is why Universal dropped his movie Red Notice. Okay. He had a movie coming out called Red Notice that went to Netflix. The budget was $200 million. This movie has him and Gal Gadot in it. And Universal said we'll pass. So you know it's a problem when Universal says, oh, it's you and Wonder Woman, we'll pass. We'll pass. He's way oversaturated. Way oversaturated. Yeah, the budget was $200 million. Netflix picked it up. So we gonna see. We gonna see. All right, with that, I'm out. Y'all have a good one. Peace.